and accessory hemiesophagus vein. So this azygous, the word azygous means unpaired. So this system, it consists of those veins which are straddling course, paravertebral in position, and they are not having the corresponding arteries. Now these veins, they are provided with the valves, and they sometimes they may appear tortuous. So this azygous veins, they communicate the inferior vena cava with the superior vena cava in front and vertebral venous plexus behind. So this azygous system of veins, it consists azygous vein, hemiazygous vein and accessory hemiazygous vein. So first we see the azygous vein. Now this azygous vein, it is present only on the right side of the body. Here, first we see the formation of this azygous vein. This is the inferior vena cava. This is the left renal vein. This is the right renal vein. So, this generally the formation of azygous vein, it takes place behind the inferior vena cava, below or at the level of this right renal vein. This is left renal vein, and this is the right renal vein. So it forms behind this inferior vena cava, below or at the level of this right renal vein. Then after formation, it ascends in front of the lumbar vertebrae, and here it pierces the right crus of diaphragm to enter in the thorax. Either it may pierce the right crus or diaphragm, or may pass deep to it, or it may enter the thorax through the aortic opening of the diaphragm. This is the superior vena cava. These are the right-sided posterior intercostal veins, which are the tributaries of this azygous vein. At the level of the vertebra, T12, that is 12 thoracic vertebra, it receives one vein which is formed by the union of this subcoastal vein and right ascending lumbar vein. So see here, so we are dealing with the formation of this azygous vein. The formation of this azygous vein, it is inconstant in the mode of origin. Now generally we are discussing the first way of this formation. So as I told you, it forms behind the inferior vena cava at the level or below the level of this right renal vein. When it ascends in front of the lumbar vertebrae as lumbar azygous vein. So first way of formation as lumbar azygous vein. So after formation, it ascends in front of the lumbar vertebrae and then by piercing the right crus of the diaphragm or passing deep to it, or it may enter the thorax by through this aortic opening, then it ascends upwards. But at the level of this 12th thoracic vertebra, it receives one vein which is formed by the union of the subcoastal vein and right ascending lumbar vein. So this venous trunk, it joins or it opens this azygous vein at the level of 12th thoracic vertebra. So this is one of the mode of formation of this azygous vein as when it arises as a lumbar azygous vein. When it does not arises as lumbar azygous, then the trunk formed by the union of right subcoastal vein and right ascending lumbar vein. This venous trunk, it forms the commencement of this azygous vein. So this is the second mode of formation, that is when it does not arise as lumbar azygous, then the trunk which is formed by the union of right subcoastal vein and right ascending lumbar vein. See, this is the venous trunk here which is formed at the level of 12th thoracic vertebra. Then itself it commences as the azygous vein. Now, the next mode of formation, it is continuation of the right subcoastal vein. So, continuation of right subcoastal vein. So, in the third mode of formation, this right subcoastal vein may commences as the azygous vein. Then after formation, we see its course and termination. So this is the azygous vein. This is the superior vena cava. This is the 8th thoracic vertebra. Now, after formation, this azygous vein here, this is the lumbar azygous. So, after formation, this lumbar azygous, it ascends in front of the lumbar vertebrae. Then at the level, then it pierces the right crus of diaphragm, or it may pass into it, or it may enter the thorax at the or through the aortic opening, and then it ascends in the thorax at the right side of this vertebral column. Here the force of azygous vein is at the lower 8 thoracic vertebrae. So it is present on the right side of the vertebral column. These vertebrae are lower 8 thoracic vertebrae. And as I told you, at the level of T12, that is 12 thoracic vertebra, it receives one venous trunk which is formed by the right subcoastal and right ascending lumbar vein. And here in the thorax, it ascends upwards. And at the level of 4 thoracic vertebra, it arches upwards here. And then it arches upwards over the root of right lung, and it opens into the superior vena cava at the level of T4. As there are various events which are present at the T4. As I told you, this is one of the events which is present at the T4. So at the level T4, we know that there is a sternal angle. So it is one of the event at the sternal agent, that is termination of this azygous vein in the superior vena cava. So it terminates in the superior vena cava at the level 4 thoracic vertebra. Now there are again variations of the termination. Actually, I told you that it arches upwards over the root of right lung, and then it opens in the superior vena cava. Sometimes this arch splits the apex of the right lung, and here it lodges in a fissure which is suspended by a mesentery. So here this arch sometimes may split the apex of right lung. Here it lodges in a fissure which is suspended by a mesentery. Now the split apex, the medial end of the split apex is called as lobe for azygous vein of the right lung. So the second way of termination, where this arch splits the apex of the right lung, where it lodges in a fissure which is suspended by the mesentery. Now the split apex, the medial part of the split apex is called as lobe for azygous vein of right lung. So this is the second way of termination. Now, after termination, we'll see the tributaries of this azygous vein. Now, right-sided posterior intercostal veins, except first vein. As you can see over here, this is the first posterior intercostal vein of right side, which opens into this right brachiocephalic. This is left brachiocephalic, and this is the superior vena cava. So tributaries are right-sided posterior intercostal veins except the first vein. Now, the second, third, and fourth is posterior intercostal veins. they join to form a common trunk which is called as superior intercostal vein. Here it is right-sided superior intercostal vein. So second, third, and fourth, this posterior intercostal veins, they join to form a common trunk which is called as superior intercostal vein, which drains into the arch of azygous vein. See here, this superior intercostal vein, it drains into the arch of azygous vein. Now, the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, these remaining posterior intercostal veins of the right side, they open separately in this azygous vein. Only the difference is that second, third, fourth, they unite to form superior intercostal vein which drains into the arch of the azygous vein. First, posterior intercostal vein, it drains into this right radiocephalic. So except this first, all the right-sided posterior intercostal veins, they drain into the azygous vein. Now the second tributary is the venous trunk, which is formed by the union of right subcoastal and right ascending lumbar vein. See here, this is the subcoastal vein and this is the right ascending lumbar vein which opens into this azygous vein at the level of 12 thoracic vertebra. So this is the second tributary. Now the next tributary is the right bronchial vein. It is usually the last tributary, and right subcoastal and right ascending lumbar, this is usually the first tributary vein, the azygous vein, it forms as a lumbar azygous vein. So this is the first tributary and right bronchial vein is the last tributary. And esophageal, mediastinal and pericardial veins, these are also the tributaries of this azygous vein. So I repeat in short. So the tributaries of the azygous vein. So when it arises at the lumbar azygous, so the first tributary will be the venous trunk, which is formed by the union of subcoastal vein and right ascending lumbar vein at the level of 12 thoracic vertebra. Then all the right-sided posterior intercostal veins except the first. Now the second, third, and fourth posterior intercostal veins, they join to form one common trunk, which is called as superior intercostal vein, which opens into the arch of the azygous vein. All the other veins, that is 5th to 11th veins, they open in the azygous vein separately. And other tributaries are esophageal, pericardial, and mediastinal veins. Now we see what are the functions of this azygous vein. So this azygous vein, it forms an important collateral channel which connects the inferior vena cava with the superior vena cava, that is vena cava system in front and also with the vertebral venous plexus behind. Now this esophagus vein, it drains the most of the blood from back and thoracic wall and abdominal wall. Again, whenever there is obstruction of superior vena cava or inferior vena cava, it also forms the collateral channel. So these are some of the functions of this esophagus vein. Now we see development of it. Now this esophagus vein, it develops from two sources, that is lower vertical part and arch of esophagus vein. Now this lower vertical part is formed by the right esophagus venous line. So this lower vertical part of this esophagus vein is formed or developed from right esophagus venous line. Now this arch of this esophagus vein is formed by the persistent cephalic part of posterior cardinal vein. So this arch of this esophagus vein is developed from the persistent cephalic part of right-sided posterior cardinal vein. So this is the development in short of this esophagus vein. Again, there are other two tributaries are also there of this esophagus vein, which are this terminal parts of hemiesophagus and accessory hemiesophagus vein. Now we see these other veins now. Now we'll see first this hemiesophagus vein. Now this hemiesophagus vein, it corresponds to the lower part of the esophagus vein. That means it is the mirror image of the lower part of esophagus vein. The synonym of this this is the accessory hemiesophagus, which corresponds to the upper part of this esophagus vein. Now we see this hemiesophagus vein. The synonym of this hemiesophagus vein is inferior hemiesophagus vein. This hemiesophagus vein, it corresponds to the lower part of azygous vein. That is, it is the mirror image of this lower part of azygous vein. So that is why its synonym is inferior hemiazygous vein. Now we see the formation of it. Now this hemiazygous vein is formed by the union of left ascending lumbar vein with the left subcoastal vein here, and it communicates below with this left renal vein. So formation is similar by the union of left ascending lumbar vein with the left sided subcoastal vein. But below it communicates with the left renal vein. Then this hemiazygous vein is present on the left side of the vertebral column. So after formation, it ascends upwards and enters the thorax by piercing the left press of diaphragm. So it ascends upwards and here it receives the 9th to 11th left-sided posterior intercostal veins. So these are the left-sided posterior intercostal veins. So the tributaries of this hemiazygous vein are lower three, that is 9th, 10th, 11th left posterior intercostal veins. Next, left ascending lumbar vein and left subcoastal vein. So what are the tributaries of it? 9 to 11 left sided posterior intercostal veins. Then next tributary will be the left ascending lumbar vein. Next is left subcoastal vein. And small esophageal veins. So these are the tributaries of this hemiazygous vein. So hemiazygous vein here, it corresponds to the lower part of this azygous vein. That is, it is the mirror image of this lower part of azygous vein. That is why the synonym is inferior hemiazygous vein. The formation is also similar. This azygous vein is present on the right side and this hemiazygous vein is present on the left side. So it forms by the union of left subcoastal vein and left ascending lumbar vein. Then after formation, it ascends upwards and enters the thorax by piercing the left crust, and here it ascends upwards at the left side of this vertebral column, but behind the aorta, esophagus and thoracic duct. Then at the level of 8th thoracic vertebra, it turns to the right side in front of this vertebral column, and then it opens into this azygous vein. So at the level of 8th thoracic vertebra, it turns to the right side in front of this vertebral column, but behind the aorta, esophagus and thoracic duct, and it opens here in the azygous vein. So this is the formation and termination of this hemiazygous vein along with the tributaries. Now we see the accessory hemiazygous vein. Now this accessory hemiazygous vein is also present on the left side of the vertebral column. Now it corresponds to the upper part of the azygous vein. That means it is the mirror image of upper part of the azygous vein. So that is why its synonym is superior hemiazygous vein. So its synonym is superior hemiazygous vein. Now we see its formation. How it is formed. Now on the left side, it is the continuation of fourth posterior intercostal vein, and then it descends downwards here. After receiving the fifth, sixth, and seventh, sometimes eighth veins, posterior intercostal veins, then at the level of T8, again it passes in front of the vertebral column. It turns to the right side, open in the azygous vein. It descends. Accessory hemiazygous vein, in the course it descends downwards, but this hemiazygous and azygous, they ascends upwards. Only the difference is that this accessory hemiazygous vein, it descends downwards. It is the continuation of fourth posterior intercostal vein of the left side. So it is continuation of left fourth posterior intercostal vein, then it descends downwards and it receives the fifth, sixth, and seventh left posterior intercostal veins, sometimes eighth also. Then at the level of T8, that is 8th thoracic vertebra, it turns to right side in front of this vertebral column, but again behind the aorta, esophagus, and thoracic duct, and then it opens into this azygous vein. So, what are the tributaries of this accessory hemiazygous vein? These are the 5th, 6th, 7th left posterior intercostal veins, sometimes 8th also. Then some left-sided bronchial veins sometimes. So left bronchial vein are sometimes the tributaries of this accessory hemiazygous vein. Now here, as you have seen this termination of this accessory hemiazygous and this hemiazygous veins in the azygous vein. What happens sometimes, there is one variation. This terminal parts of this hemiazygous and accessory hemiazygous, they unite to form one common trunk, and then it passes to right side to open in the azygous vein. So this is one of the variation of termination. Now we see the relations of azygous vein. This part is left. Relations of the azygous vein. So in front of the azygous vein, there is posterior sloping surface of the diaphragm. Next is esophagus. Now this esophagus is separated by the right pleural sac. Separated by right pleural sac. Again, what are the front relations? Again, fibrous pericardium. Oblique pericardial sinus. Left atrium. That in front of esophagus. Above the esophagus, there is right lung. So the relations of this azygous vein in front, what is there present in front of this azygous vein? There is a posterior sloping surface of the diaphragm. Again, there is esophagus, but it is separated by the right pleural sac. Again, fibrous pericardium, oblique pericardial sinus, and left atrium. These structures are present in front of esophagus, and above the esophagus there is a right lung. So these are the relations which are present in front. What is present behind the azygous vein? Lower 8 thoracic vertebrae. So behind there is lower 8 thoracic vertebrae with intervertebral discs. With intervertebral discs. Again, posterior intercostal veins of right side. Here one there is anterior longitudinal ligament also. And here posterior intercostal vein. So the azygous vein, it is related. Behind that there is lower 8 thoracic vertebrae with discs, anterior longitudinal ligament. Again, posterior intercostal veins or disc of the right side. So these are the relations of back. Then what is present right side to it? Greater splanchnic nerve. In the lower part. And this arch is related to the root of right lung and pleura. So what is present on the right side? That is greater splanchnic nerve in the lower part, and arch is related to this root of right lung and pleura. Now what is present? The left side of this azygous vein. Thoracic duct. Then descending thoracic aorta. So each are the structures present on the left of azygous vein. These are the thoracic duct, descending thoracic aorta, then the right edge of the esophagus, trachea, right venous nerve. These structures, they are crossed by arch of azygous vein. So see, which are the structures present to the left of this azygous vein? These are the thoracic duct, descending thoracic aorta, and also the right edge of esophagus, trachea, and right vagus nerve. And these structures, these three structures, they are crossed by this arch of azygous vein. So these are the relations of azygous vein. Now we see the last part, that is the applied anatomy. First, whenever this superior vena cava is obstructed above the opening of this azygous vein, then the venous blood is returned to the which atrium? Right atrium, yes. So this venous blood is returned to the right atrium through this azygous vein. So in the obstruction of the superior vena cava, before the opening of this azygous vein, the venous blood is returned through this azygous vein. When the superior vena cava is obstructed below the opening of this azygous vein, then this venous blood is returned to the inferior vena cava. So in general, in the beginning, I told you that this azygous vein, it forms an important collateral channel. So it works during obstruction of superior vena cava. So whenever there is obstruction of inferior vena cava in the upper part, so this venous blood is shunted to this superior vena cava through this azygous vein and vertebral veins. Azygous, hemiazygous, and vertebral veins. So whenever this inferior vena cava is obstructed in the upper part, this venous blood is shunted to this superior vena cava through this azygous, hemiazygous, and vertebral veins. In general, or in short, we can say that in the obstruction of superior vena cava or inferior vena cava, this azygous system of veins, it acts an important collateral channel. So in cases of mediastinal syndrome, the signs of this obstruction of superior vena cava obstruction, these signs, they appear first. So whenever there is a mediastinal syndrome, the signs of superior vena cava obstructions, they are the first to appear. So you can say like that, in short, whenever there is obstruction of superior or inferior vena cava, this azygous system of veins, it acts as important collateral channel. So this is all about this azygous vein. If you want to ask something, you can ask. Is it clear to you? So what is important? The formation of it, then course of it, and termination along with the tributaries. It's very simple. It is not so much complicated and also a shortcut topic. So here the topic ends.